Today we've come to Cihtong Township, Yunlin County. However, today I am actually on a mission to look for a Western-style church with Eastern incense. 这边的鼓到底有哪些特色？
我们的柴鼓是最重要的一环。1、2、3、4。
OK， 哦，
对对，1、2、3、4，1、2、3。
The rooftops are done in this sort of traditional Chinese style, even though it is indeed a church. I have never in my life.
I heard that Taiwan is home to many different religious cultures. People there are blessed through worship and endless ceremonies. But it's hard to fully understand them with language and distance. The command center is sending me on a mission there to investigate and hoping to obtain these magical powers and wisdom.
The command center has recently heard that there is a Western church in Cihtong, Yunlin County where people can burn incense sticks. Because this is such a peculiar and puzzling hearsay, the agent must go there to check it out. Mission: burn incense sticks and worship in a Western church. Key clues: drum.
Today we've come to Cihtong Township, Yunlin County. Now, as this area produces more garlic than anywhere else in Taiwan, it's come to be known as the garlic capital. Now, where I'm standing right now is called Shuzijiao, and this was actually a very important transportation hub in the early days for the ferries transporting between Yunlin and Zhanghua. Now, legend has it that there used to be a gigantic tree in this area that the locals and visitors alike would use as a reference point when arranging to meet up. And so by word of mouth, this area became known as Shuzijiao, or in Taiwanese, Chuaka, which means foot of the tree, because that's where they arranged to meet up. However, today I am actually on a mission to look for a Western-style church with Eastern incense. And the only clue I have is a drum. Now, I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to find a drum around here, but I guess where I find the drum is where I'll find my church. So let's get moving. I think I see someone over there peeling garlic, and since garlic's the specialty of the region, they're probably locals who can tell me a thing or two about where I need to go. Let's head over and ask them, shall we? 你好。
你好。
我是 Neil。那请问您怎么称呼？
我姓李，木子李。
为什么赤桐的蒜头这么有名？
因为我们种的时候有灌溉浊水溪的水，有矿物质。我们赤桐的蒜头比较辣，煮起来比较香。
大不大？
很辣啊！
不敢吃呢。
So obviously, as you could probably tell from my expression, the garlic is extremely spicy, obviously eating it raw, but very aromatic. The garlic being peeled right in front of me, it's just a wafting smell that comes up from here, and when you put it in your mouth, it's definitely an experience. 那我还想要请问一下，就是我其实今天是有一个任务，我只知道我需要去找一个有鼓的地方，哪里有鼓呢？
有一间永富制鼓，他手工做的很有名。
Thank you very much to these two kind ladies, and with that, I'm getting ready to set off to my next destination, the Yongfu drum manufacturer. I'm walking around the drum factory, or I would actually say it's more like a workshop, and I'm seeing so many different kinds of drums, big and small. And what's really special is that each and every drum that I'm seeing here has such a unique texture to the skin, and you can see actually a lot of the hairs on the leather, and also exquisite metal work and woodwork as well. You can actually see the pattern and color of the wood very, very clearly. So I think over here is the three-headed drum that I had in my clue earlier. And I think I see the master at work over there. So let me go ask him a few questions. 哎，大哥你好，你好，我是 Neo，请问怎么称呼呢？
我是梁先生。
我有注意到你们这边有好多长得很漂亮的鼓，可以稍微跟我讲一下你们这边的鼓到底有哪些特色？
台湾唯一的有生牛皮去做的，这个过程就很繁杂，因为我们生牛皮啊要先下它的皮毛，还有那个脂肪再晒干，晒干了差不多要3个月，干了后再浸泡。浸泡来再给它做那个模子型，模子型好了还要穿洞生石。对，最重要哈，开始做的时候都是要踩鼓啦，
要踩。我
们的踩鼓是最重要的一环。刚好今天你有过来，
哦对，
来体验一下。好，来加油上去，可以吗？好，开始要踏了哦，来，1、2、3、4，
哦可以，哦，
对对，1、2、3、4，1、2、3，要好的鼓不简单啊。用好的体力去做，用生命去打一颗鼓。
我有注意到。其实打好像不同的位置也会有不同的声音，然后有注意到你们这个鼓比较特别的点是它没有一个木桶。
对，这一个鼓是世界巡回演出在用的，他们要携带方便，全世界只有我可以做这一种鼓，它的共鸣声都非常好。所以他们世界巡回就是一定要我这边定做。
They've sourced the leather from local cows and have treated them in the same way that you saw me stepping on the drum earlier. They need to step on these drums for 8 hours a day to make sure that the leather is resilient enough to withstand not only a lot of striking temperatures from different parts of the world. And right now it's only Mr. Liang and his wife who make drums like this. I hope that we can continue to pass this culture and tradition forward. 我有听说刺桐这边有一间可以插香的教堂，是不是？
是，我家哈，这个教堂是树仔卡的天主教堂。它很有名。
This church where I can also find incense. It'll surely be an incredibly eye-opening experience for me. Without further ado, let's go. So upon arriving at the St. Joseph Church here in Shuzijiao, the first thing that I noticed coming in, the rooftops are done in this sort of traditional Chinese style, even though it is indeed a church. I have never in my life seen a church that looks like this, with all of the very oriental Eastern embellishments. Even on the side here, you can see that it's sort of pagoda style decorations. And then we reach the shrine itself, which on the exterior you can see is a style, it's quite similar to a lot of cathedrals you might see in Europe, but again the colors they use are these very vibrant blues and reds and gold. It's all very contrasting. And then coming inside, you'll see here is finally the statue of St. Joseph himself. And then looking up, all of this is definitely decoration done in a very, very Eastern style. Impressive element, I think, of this shrine. You can burn incense here. I've been to temples, I've been to churches, I've been to cathedrals. I've never seen so many different elements just meshed together like this. So after having a look around, I definitely have a lot of questions, but I'm sure there's someone around here who can tell me a bit more. Let's go. 不好意思，
是，
请问一下，你是这边的工作人员？
我是这里的神父。
这里的神父吗？
是。
请问贵姓？
我姓苏。
我来到这边呢，真的是充满了好奇心。
是，
为什么会有这么多中西合并的风格呢？
是因为在100多年前哈，我们这边是由西班牙道明会的神父来这边传教。也因为这样，我们这里开始有教会的传进。前面的几个建筑都是西方的，一直到1982年，那时候有一位李希满神父重新盖了这个圣堂，也因应本地的环境哈，所以就是选择一个中式的一个教堂的建筑，
真的是非常不简单。我有注意到有这个中式的屋檐，还有神龛，甚至还有这个。因为西方的教堂里面当然都会是有圣水，但是你们竟然是用一个中式的瓮去装的，
是的，
真的是非常特别。那我现在除了在里面看到非常多特殊的元素之外，我还想要请神父可不可以带我出去多看一下外面的环境？
好的，没有问题，我们一起到外面。好。
我有看到在圣母像前面有一个可以上香的一个香炉，那为什么会在教堂会提供一个让信徒上香的地方？
其实上香在天主教会内本来就有哈，比如说在教会内是用提炉，里面是用的是乳香。
对。
那来到台湾之后，也顺应我们这边的民情，所以我们这边用献香的方式。虽然我们有一点庙的样子哈，就是我们天主教崇拜的神就是耶稣基督。
对。
可是呢，我们对于这些教会内的这些的圣人，也会特别的敬礼他哈。像在我们Shuzijiao这个圣堂，这个天主堂，我们特别敬礼的。就是有一位圣人叫大圣若瑟，他是耶稣的义父。我们现在来到这个地方，就是我们的若瑟亭哦。这是在我们奇瓦卡这个圣堂，我们特别敬礼这个圣人。这位圣人在圣经里面，看不到他讲任何一句话，默默地保护耶稣的这个家庭，因为他是耶稣的义父。
Well, first of all, Saint Joseph was a very well-respected laborer, and actually a lot of the people who come to this church come because they respect the labor force so much. And when I think about that, I can't help but be reminded of Miss Lee, who we met earlier, peeling the garlics all day, or Mr. Liang, who was in charge of manufacturing the drums by hand, all very, very hard-working laborers. Since I'm on a mission to light incense here, what better way to complete my mission than to pray for the continued success, health, and happiness of laborers like Miss Lee and Mr. Liang. The St. Joseph Church here in Cihtong Township is more than a century old, and through its architecture to its rituals to even the incense, you can see just how good a job it does of blending two vastly different cultures and religions. Now, the time of its construction, actually when Christianity was spreading through Taiwan, the Taiwanese people met this seemingly new religion with an item of the highest symbolic and religious importance: the incense stick. What a beautiful exchange of culture and tradition. Not only an example of how accepting the Taiwanese people are to all sorts of different cultures and religion, I think we could all use more accepting and more beautiful people in this world. So if there's one message that you're taking away from this, let it be that of peace and love.